I'm Helen. I was christened a Catholic, but brought up in a home where my father was Church of England and my mother was a Roman Catholic. So I had a mixed experience of going to both churches and really wasn't very interested in either. I did really well at school. I was fortunate enough to go to university. I then set about building a very successful career. I got married, had a son who's now 18 years old. He's called Tom. The marriage to his father unfortunately broke up when he was only 6 months old, and I then had a number of years looking after Tom on my own. I then focused really hard on building a career, providing a good home, all the material things that Tom needed I provided, but I also at the same time focused very hard on my drinking, on hiding my drinking as well, and maintaining that facade that I was living a normal life. After a few years on my own with Tom, I miraculously met my husband, Jonathan, and he had 2 children, and obviously I had Tom, so that meant 2 families had to merge together. That was quite difficult, and my response to that was trying to control everything. I tried to manipulate situations to suit me. That was quite difficult, and my response to that was trying to control everything. I tried to manipulate situations to suit me. I was devious and deceitful to make sure I got my own way. During that time, my drinking escalated. It was totally out of control. It was controlling me. I then lost my home, my family, my friends, my self-respect, my dignity, my career. I lost everything. But even then, I didn't want to find God. I didn't want to pray. I wanted to plead with God to find me some more vodka, or to find me the money for vodka, or to find the credit card I'd lost whilst I was drunk, or to find somebody to listen to my self-pitying sob stories. When I was drinking at my heaviest, I really should have died on more than one occasion. Regrettably, one of those occasions was a very serious attempt to take my own life. Drove my car deliberately under a lorry on the A1. I was shown the wreckage of the car afterwards, and there's no earthly way I could have got out of that car alive. I understand today that God has a plan for me, and so didn't allow me to die in that car crash. Having lost everything, I tried everything I could think of to stop drinking. That even included having 6 months in a rehab, but even that didn't work. I resigned myself at that point that I was going to die an alcoholic. I was going to die a destitute and lonely alcoholic. I was then offered an opportunity to come to Matlock, somewhere I'd never been. Somebody who was offering me their sofa to sleep on, and I came. I'd got nowhere else to go. And one Sunday morning in November, decided I'd lie to the person who'd offered me the sofa, and I told them I was going off to find a church. I had no intention of finding a church. I went to an off-licence and I got a bottle of wine, and I looked for somewhere quiet to drink it, and heard singing. That singing led me to Church in the Peak, and where I had such a warm welcome, and the first of many people who've been put in my path to help me, I met that day. It was some months afterwards that somebody pointed out to me where I was standing with the bottle of wine in my hand. It would be almost, or if not impossible, to hear the singing from that point. Something that never occurred to me. I didn't go looking for God. I think God found me. It's not been easy to put my trust in his love and his grace, but I have. And I've asked him to remove the obsession to drink from me. And today I can say that obsession to drink has gone. Over the last 18 months, I believe God's put a series of people in my path to walk beside me, to guide me, love me and help me. That's also enabled me to start rebuilding relationships with my family, especially my husband and my son and my mum, and also my friends, and relationships are improving. It's been quite some time since I've last had a drink, and my life has improved immeasurably. And the more trust I put in prayer, the more trust I put in God's grace, the better my life has become. My life's not an extraordinary life at all. It's a very ordinary life. But I am given today what I need, not always what I want. I'm so grateful for that.